do a career television show for college students, so we want to know kind of how you sit down and how you approach actually writing.
How I approach writing? Very slowly. I write with a pen. I'm one of those people. I write with a pen. I write on piece. I've sort of done the same thing my whole life. I mean, I published my first book 41 years ago, and I've done it the same way, which is I write, I get 400 or 500 pages, and then I type them. It sounds boring, but it works for me. So I would recommend, if anyone had writer's block or was having difficulty writing, copy something out in longhand. Copy it in longhand, and that's a good way of sort of finding your center.
Would you take authors, like when you were just starting out writing, were there authors that you would go to and kind of write out some of their texts? I've heard some people do that.
No, I never did that, but I was always a very, very omnivorous reader. So I was always reading. And I think if anyone who wants to write a book or write in general, they have to first be a reader. You've got to be a reader. So good luck to all your readers.
Great, excellent. Thank you very much. And I'm a big fan, by the way. So I just read Hotel Honolulu when I was in Hawaii this summer. So I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Oh, I love.
Okay, I'll give you a couple of tips. First, there might be people who are aspiring writers, not just travel writers. The first rule I tell people when they say they want to write is I say, leave home. Young writers, leave home. Because if you stay home, people will ask you questions that you can't answer. They say, what are you going to write? Where will you publish it? Who's going to pay you? How will you make a living? No one has the answers to those questions. If you leave home, no one asks you questions like that. So it's hard to admit that you're a writer. As far as a travel writer, I would say, leave home. Go alone. Stay on the ground. Avoid planes. Stay on the ground. If there's a bus, take it. If there's an old car, hitch a ride. If it's not too far, walk. Travel light, but stay on the ground. I traveled from, on this trip, Ghost Train to the Eastern Star, I traveled on the ground from London to Istanbul, through Turkey, through Georgia, which was in the news. I took a train. I'd never heard of Gori before, though Stalin was born in Gori. I stayed on the ground through Georgia, through Azerbaijan, through Turkmenistan, through Uzbekistan. And only when I got to Uzbekistan, I thought I had to get a flight from there to northern India. Then I was on the ground all the way through India. So stay on the ground. Don't fly. There's nothing to learn in an airport. There's no one to talk to on a plane. So you want to leave home, travel alone. I said that, I think, and stay on the ground. And why alone? Because it's a big job. There's a lot of writing to do. And the last thing that a traveling writer wants to hear is, hey, look at that. Did you see that? Look. And you say, no, I didn't see it. So you don't want someone with you. So leave your spouse at home. And when you come back, you'll have something to write about. But those are important points to